Turn to the left.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Okay. Hey, he's cool. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Anyway, high five one more time. I missed.
It's dark.
Oh, it is very dark. Stairway to hell. Ugh. That's tempting. Can I go?
I hit myself in the head with the microphone.
You alright? There's certain parts of, nerd culture, anime, video games, trading cards, stuff like that penetrates into everyday life and, changes people. And I gotta be honest, it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, I don't understand why people would think that it would change you or affect your life and, make you feel like you're a worse person because you enjoy certain things. I mean, honestly, I enjoy video games. I enjoy anime. I enjoy trading cards. I enjoy various things that other people consider nerdy or like out of the box. And I'm like, well, for instance, pro wrestling. I love pro wrestling, and I am told by people, that stuff's fake, right? And I'm like, you know what else is fake? Actually, I was a little too fast with that. I was like, what's your favorite TV show? Like, oh, Breaking Bad, dude. Breaking Bad. It's fake, bro. Didn't know if you knew that. Again, people want to take a dump on wrestling because it's like, oh, it's it's stupid and this, that. Again, it's performance art. It's high-end performance art with melodramatic storytelling. A rope opera, if you will. I can't claim credit for that one. I forget where I heard it. But anyway, yeah, so anime, I wear shirts that have anime stuff on it. I have the Yu Yu Hakusho shirt. I know, Nick, right now you're wearing the Cowboy Bebop shirt that has Ein on it. There's several philosophies of several anime characters that I quote. I quote Spike a lot.
Mine's got a hole in it because my kitty tried to climb me.
Ah, there you go.
Right after I got it, he was just like, I'm going to climb up you. And I'm like, no, you're too fat for this. And his back claw went, ripped a hole in it. And I was like, dang
you
it.
little shit.
It's like, I'm still going to wear it. And it's
yeah.
like, I haven't had it long enough to throw it out.
Speaking of entertaining.
And things that I get the jokes and stuff on a bit more,
Well, speaking of entertaining, Didas, a.k.a. Emery Chu's boyfriend, he has made a video here talking about how anime has affected his social life. Let's point and laugh together, children.
Yo, what's up? Before we start, this video is sponsored.
What?
With him, not at him.
Speak for yourself.
Okay,
I'm joking.
If you want to be a dick like that, go for it.
I'm joking. Come on.
Kohai Impact 3rd. Hey, do you like waifus? Do you like collecting waifus?
Not
do you
really.
like waifus in general? Because I love waifus.
I like
guess
waifus,
what? This
but I
game
don't like.
is all about waifus and fighting really hard monsters and dodging
I just don't like giving money to random companies that I don't really have an interest in playing their games.
And the animation's crazy. Look at this skin. This skin looks nice, dude. She's my waifu. She's my bae. Honkai Impact 3rd has
what would
the
Emery
largest
Chu have to
release
say
of the
about
year,
that?
with many rich activities. Players can get cool summer skins for free, and of course, May, the Queen of Thunder, will also appear in the new version. She no longer represses her power, and is willing to fight against the world in order to protect her relationship. With the power of Thunder and Dragon, she will destroy all her enemies in battle. Check out Honkai Impact 3rd for free on PC or mobile using the link in the description. Redeem this code in-game for some free rewards.
Split up.
Anime Pro, Anime Pro, Anime Pro, Anime Pro! Alright, so I was one of those average elementary school kids, who've grown up watching Pokemon. No big deal, pretty normal,
Pokemon.
Right? And the whole elementary school was trading the cards like as if they were like dealing, okay? Get to 5th grade, and it's the same thing, but with Yu-Gi-Oh! Middle
So he's a
school
little
comes
younger
along,
than me.
And
Huh?
He's a little younger than me.
Same.
Timeline for all those who don't know how old me and Nate are.
Huh.
So I'm assuming it's just slightly off if yours is slightly off from mine. But elementary school for me was basically, we were talking about video games and stuff, and we were all about the N64 stuff, like we talked a lot about Ocarina of Time.
Me and my friends did that, but also I had some friends who talked about nothing but PlayStation.
Yeah, well, like I had a few friends that talked about PlayStation games with me as well, especially my next door neighbor, Levi. Like he got me into Metal Gear Solid and stuff like that.
Ah, okay.
But it was 5th grade when Pokemon dropped. And that was whenever everybody was all about the Pokemon and still all about the Pokemon going into middle school.
I remember that.
And it was around 6th or 7th grade at some point, like when I was introduced to Yu-Gi-Oh! And I tried it for a little while. And then freshman year of high school, Magic the Gathering. The seniors in high school band were playing Magic the Gathering, and they took one look at our Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards and were like, you guys would probably like Magic. And that's when the biggest money sink of my life became a hobby for a little while. I ate nothing but honey buns for lunch for a long time because they were 50 cents from the snack machine.
Oh my gosh.
And my mom always gave me about $4 or $5 for lunch. So instead of buying the school lunch for most of that money, I would go get a 50-cent honey bun from the snack machine, and I would eat it, and I would drink water out of the water fountain, and I would save the rest of the money to go to Friday Night Magic the following week.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty hardcore.
Pretty much, yeah.
Bada boop, bada bop, pop, pop. You aren't allowed to like anime anymore, okay? Liking anime was social suicide, starting at the beginning of middle school. It was those awkward years where adolescents were receiving too much pressure to mature, and a step in the process was to start distancing yourself away from these things that would seem too childish, such as pretending no one likes SpongeBob. But newsflash, everybody loves SpongeBob. Just admit it. You aren't cool for hiding it. You scum. Anyways, now that you know, the cool thing is to like adult cartoons like Family Guy and Family Guy. Now, in a previous collab video with Emerichu and Sea-Dog VA, I've stated, and I quote, back in the day, liking anime is the worst thing you could ever do. To which of some of you middle schoolers deflected my statement with, what do you mean? I still get bullied for liking anime and I'm still in middle school. Well, you know what? Imagine that pain, but times it by 5. Anime culture in the West has grown exponentially faster. Thanks to the internet!
Huh?
So look at that booty.
Uh-huh. I'm looking at it.
In the West has grown exponentially
I'm sorry,
faster.
when you have a cosplay like that, I can't help but notice your booty.
Yeah, well, again,
your cosplay accentuates it. It's kind of just out there.
But Didus is right on the money with this. I mean, anime culture here in the West has exploded, especially since we've left school. Ever since we've left school, anime culture is just...
I guarantee the cliques of the nerds that like anime in middle school that are still getting bullied for it at least have reinforcements we didn't have back then.
Oh, yeah.
Also, like he's saying, the idea was to distance yourself from those kind of things. Guess what happened to me? I refused. Like, I was like, fuck that. I like what I like. And so I got bullied all through high school.
Yeah, I mean...
I committed the social suicide. I didn't care. Like, I was just like, no, I like this stuff too much. Everybody else can go fuck themselves. I'll fight you.
Well, again, and my first couple years in high school were rough. Not going to lie about that, because it wasn't just, me having to, basically be a social outcast because, my social life was in tatters. But also the fact that, my parents were still racked in the middle of a divorce, and it was big time mental torture on me, and also something else very bad was going on. I might do a video talking about it later, but
there's a pretty good reason I didn't even get a girlfriend until my freshman year at college.
The internet, to the point where people can now make a living out of their passion, such as creating videos about them, cosplaying, drawing, whatever, you name it, okay? Back then, you couldn't.
Exactly.
Do you get where my boomer take is going here? During elementary school, when I got ridiculed for watching anime and cartoons, there was no one there to tell me that it was okay. I couldn't just run to the internet and talk to my other weeb lads out there. No. I was alone. What I could do, though, was play bricks on Macintosh, baby!
Hell yeah.
Alright, hear me out. I remember this day like it was yesterday. This was one of the days I almost stopped publicly showing my affection for anime. It was 4th grade. I was walking up the stairs to get to my next class. And unfortunately, I had to cross paths with 2 5th graders. 5th graders are scary. Essentially, they're kings of the school. I don't know how it got brought up, but they asked me if I watched Dragon Ball Z. Of course, I say yes.
Yeah.
Because Dragon Ball Z is sick.
Yeah.
But little did my young Didas brain know, I was in for a verbal whooping. Heh, you still watch cartoons? Grow up, man. Dragon Ball Z's for kids. It's all about WWE. And then and the worst part was that it was like a double team attack, so it hurt even more. Like, come on, guys, you guys know how it feels to get gangbanged, man. It hurts. Like,
dude, that didn't happen with me. There was a senior who asked me. He was like, "Hey, man, you watch anime?" And I'm like, yeah, I watched Toonami for the longest time." And he's just like, "Oh, dude, me too." I'm like, "Holy shit, this is awesome!" But because we were in different classes, I was a sophomore at that time. We had no classes together, and the only time we hung out was football, and we never really hung out outside of football practice or anything like that.
I think in high school, band was a savior for me because that allows you to meet other nerdy kids.
It's all the nerdy kids
Like
go
the
to
seniors
band.
in band were like, "Yeah, I respect what you like. You know, I'm a nerdy kid too. I get it."
dude, I was 4th grader. Owie, man. I thought the earlier incident in 4th grade was just a fluke, so I decided to let my guard down when I entered 6th
Sick
grade.
Naruto run.
I was going to add to that too. I hit the opposite spectrum too because I did have an older kid call me the Q word in high school for playing Secret of Mana on the PC, and because he walked up to me and said, "You know, Pokemon's for the Q words, right?" I'm just like, "Good thing I'm not playing Pokemon then, deck face." You know,
This ain't Pokemon. Yeah. Again. Actually, if anything, you should laugh at that and be like, "You think this is Pokemon? God, you're stupid."
Yeah.
Again, it's just...
So luckily my friend Brian, who was a big dude, was sitting next to me and kind of turned around and gave him the fucking death glare, and he walked off. So
I remember, dude, there was a guy who was like, he was trying to like embarrass me in front of everyone because we were in middle school. We took a bus trip to the high school for like home ec classes because they actually had a kitchen there that worked and everything. That we could go into. It was like a classroom that had a oven and teach you shit like that. And while we were there, apparently, you're young, hormones kind of act up, and I could not control a certain part of my body that just sprung up somehow.
lovely.
I hit it very well, but apparently not well enough for Columbo, who was in the classroom with us, and the entire trip back, he was trying to just like hound me in front of all the other people. It's just like, "Hey, how'd that happen, huh? How'd that happen? Oh my gosh, can you believe that actually happened? Oh my gosh!" And I remember right before we got back to the middle school, I looked at him and I'm like, "Dude, why the fuck are you staring at my dick?" And everyone just like turned back around and looked at him. And he had nothing. He sat the fuck down and turned around. Nice. I'm just like,
destroyed.
There we go. I mean, come on, dude. Like, if you're that intent on looking at, why would you put that out there? God, stupid.
Happened. Okay, you can hear the full story in Emily's video, but basically, to sum it up, I was ridiculed in front of the whole class for drawing an anime character. I never drew anime in front of anyone in school ever again. Enter high school, and I am now in my loner phase. The only people who knew how much I liked anime were either family members or the very few friends that I had, which wasn't that many, who were all in different classes and grades, okay? And I became a closet weeb. Now I get it. There's a reason why public affection...
To be honest, I got kind of lucky in high school too because it was people I wasn't in a class with, but I sat down in a gym class behind some people. Not in a gym class. It was in the gym for some sort of event that we had, right?
Uh-huh.
and there were 3 dudes sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
They happened to be Louis, Chris, and Kane.
Okay.
And I overheard them talking about nerdy ass fucking stuff. And so I was like, oh, dude, you guys like that? And like, you know, and so I actually made friends with them, and they became like my friend group in high school. And so at least we had some nerds to stick together so we didn't get completely trashed all the time.
That's good.
But yeah, I was lucky to actually meet them there when I did. Otherwise, I probably would have been pretty alone and on my own in a closet weeb in high school.
Yeah. I had in middle school, you know, friends that would talk about Nintendo games with me and played Smash Brothers with me. There were a few of us, but the main 3 were me, my friend, my other Andrew friend. I had 2 friends growing up who were named Andrew, and they one was from the trailer park, one was from like a rich family. Andrew from the trailer park, it was me and him, and then Muck. His name was Michael, but we called him Muck because he was slow as hell. But not slow mentally, but like slow. He always took his time getting to where we needed to be. But
Lead in his shoes type dude.
Basically, yeah. And I remembered when we were entering high school, I was so excited. I was like, oh, dude, this is going to be awesome. But then Andrew moved, and he basically had to switch schools. And Michael's mother, basically a very fundamental Christian woman, pulled her son out of public school and put him in a private Christian school. And I was all alone going into my freshman year of high school. And the only friend I had, like, consistently was Andrew. And that was because we lived so close to each other. Literally, I could take a walk through the woods behind my house, and I was at his house. It was like a 5-minute walk. And then my parents got divorced by the time I got into high school. And me and my mom moved. And I didn't have Andrew to hang out with on the weekends anymore. And it was just very lonely. Very, very lonely for a long, long time. And I don't really recall having any friends in my grade. And I had very minimal interactions with people that I actually connected with. And it wasn't until like my last year or 2 in high school, once like the divorce stuff was already over, and I'd actually like got into 9 o'clock club with these other nerds and everything, and I found some other people. Again, it takes time to, like, once you have all that taken away from you, it takes time to rebuild back up to, you know, being confident around other people discussing the stuff that you like. And thankfully I found some decent people by the end of my high school tenure, but for the first 2 years I was there, dude, it was so lonely.
Anime is so embarrassing.
Garugamesh!
Most people's first
What?
Nothing.
I'm that guy.
That's fine.
That was me in high school.
Garugamesh!
thoughts when hearing someone confess that they like anime is that they start thinking about the porn.
Oh, of course. The Shimonetta! Of course. They pull up Shimonetta. God dang it. That fucking show. The amount of jokes.
They're probably thinking you're really perverted. And you know what? They probably ain't wrong. I used to, and still do, collect manga ever since I was a kid. And there was one scenario that I remember all too well. I was around age 13, and my dad walked in my room while holding in his hands a manga I've bought called Ranma Half. I got nervous because I kind of felt what was coming. He goes, "Hey, in this comic, there's a naked woman, uncensored, running around, nips and everything. Can you please explain?" I then had to reply with the truth, which was, the comic is Japanese and the culture is quite different. Bathing is part of their culture, and in the manga, I promise you that most of the nude scenes aren't meant to be perceived as sexual.
Uh-huh. Yeah, buddy. That, sorry to say, that doesn't really work that well. He sees the titties and he's just like, nope, not happening.
Most. Thankfully, he believed me and left me alone, and I'm glad he did. Because it's true! Woo! Also, Ranma Half is sick! And it's just all in lighthearted, good fun. Anyways, that's just one of many examples of how anime would be misunderstood. The culture is quite different, and anything different will raise some eyebrows. I can't even count how many times some dude would see that I'm watching anime and immediately jump to the conclusion and start screaming, "Yo, Diaz is watching Squantai!" No, you buffoon! I'm watching a very manly show! It's very cultured. Now, my pops has stated to me before that everyone needs balance within their life. Too much of anything needs to be controlled. Yeah, I did not follow this advice. I was gaming and watching anime nonstop, like I breathe it, dude.
Same.
Now this is a
Yeah.
Not anime, but gaming.
Well, it
My
was both.
my balance of gaming in my
Well,
life is not controlled.
Again, dude, when I got to college and I got into the when I was actually able to access an internet connection that wasn't dog shit, and I took for hell and ever to bring up pictures, and I could actually watch anime with a good stream of data. Oh my god, my world opened up. I spent so many hours in the library. I probably could have lived in there and they wouldn't have known about it.
because
I
when
can
it
already
came
see
to
the
trying
dislike
to
ratio.
Make friends in middle school and high school, we're talking to girls. I
Hi
had
there.
a very hard time trying to come up with conversations that didn't revolve around these topics. I should have just listened to my dad.
Balance.
There were, and still are, tons of references
My
and jokes.
Oh my god. Oh.
I like the Yu Hakusho one. Spirit God.
The chips. Oh.
That would appear in my thoughts in certain situations that would strictly revolve around anime. Well, obviously I would refuse to say it out loud because they wouldn't understand and I'd make a fool out of myself. Unless they were a filthy, disgusting, degenerate weeb like me.
Yeah.
Now this is a problem that I now realize, and it needs to be fixed. So
I can
I
fix
decided to wait out the rest of my high school years because in high school, once you're kind of labeled in a certain way, it's too much effort to escape and it garners way too much attention, okay?
It's hard to escape first impressions. It is extremely difficult to get. Once you make a first impression, after that, everyone's got their like predisposition of how they put you in their brain.
I made bad first impressions on most everybody except for my nerdy friends.
Pretty much.
Like I said, extremely lucky with them. Like Louis, Kane, and Chris. They're the ones I went to Louis' house. And we all watched Akira together.
Nice.
So they were also degenerate weebs like me. So
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's best to wait it out. But once I graduated high
I
school
saw
and
that.
entered college, I focused on trying to explore and appreciate a wide variety of interests. Things I've closed off before, I decided to open it. I still played video games and watched anime, of course, but I was just more open-minded and broadened my horizons. Because I actually want to talk to people. At this point, I decided to just start embracing my
God.
love for anime.
Jesus
I was no
Christ,
longer afraid of
Didas.
what people would think,
That pillow,
and I
though.
no longer tried
That's
to
what I'm
hide-
saying.
the pillow was hot.
Pillow was ridiculously hot. Jesus
Well,
Christ.
the fucking butterfly waifu with basically nothing.
Oh, I'm getting the vapors. over here.
hate it. I think I just came to the conclusion that anime has been ingrained into my life for far too long, and it just
And there's
became
nothing wrong
a
with
part
it.
of who I am. Now my roommate can vouch for me here. All right, Taylor, if you had one sentence to describe my room in college, what would it be, dude?
Do I have to use a full sentence or can I use one word?
Sure, whatever works, man.
Embarrassing.
That's actually a better answer than I was hoping, dude. I thought you were just gonna say anime titties or something, dude. That was way better.
Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, the reason it was embarrassing was anime titties.
You heard the man. I'm
Yeah.
brace that squid.
So, again, not every time, but a lot of times when I am going into talk to Nick about recording or something like that, I have to look up on one of his screens and just
Anime titties.
how just they're right there, and I'm just like, a man of culture, I see.
Lucky for you, most of the most risque ones are covered up with Discord or a game most of the time.
Fair enough.
Well,
Again, it's
technically I turn
engine.
Wallpaper Engine off when I play games, so you're usually not seeing the most risque wallpapers at all.
Oh gosh, I'm so happy. I finally got the laptop, the one I've been trying to fix up now for the last week or so.
Speaking of that, my sister keeps asking about her laptop.
Oh right, I need to get on that. Sorry, but I've managed to fix Marcus's, or not Marcus's, but Drew's, and hopefully he'll be up here to pick it up Thursday.
Okay, cool.
We'll see what happens, but I'm very happy I got it working. Anyway.
If you guys out there ever feel like how I felt back then, right now, then I highly suggest going to anime conventions when they're available. It's a blessing because it's a place where your hobbies and interests really feel validated with other like-minded people.
Second Hokage's seen some shit. He's like, God damn. You mean you could just grab the titties like that? God damn, I'm in the wrong. I was born I was the wrong gender.
At the highest possible peak.
His friend's like, "Are you okay, dude?
He's like,
Are you okay?
bro, you good?" He's like, "Is it really that fucking easy?" God.
Fitting in is as easy as 1, 2, 3 because basically, normies are the odd
Except
ones
it's
out
not.
for once.
Huh?
Except it's not. At least it hasn't been for me. I haven't figured it out. I think it's because I can't afford to cosplay.
Well,
Like, if I could afford to cosplay and I knew what a current trend was where I would be likely to meet a group of people who was into something I was in that I was cosplaying as, maybe it would be easier. But I still can't go up and talk to people at an anime convention because I'm too fucking shy.
you want to know the one that will always warm my heart? Was the first RobCon we ever went to. My nephews showed up there dressed up as Sans and Papyrus. My nephew Rylan was dressed up as Sans. He had the full mask and the sweatshirt, the flip flops, and all that. And then my nephew Case was dressed up as Papyrus. We couldn't find a mask online for him, so instead we got a regular general skull mask, just a face mask, and we painted Papyrus's pattern on it with the eyebrow up and everything, and it worked so well. And they go walking in, and as soon as they go walking in, I hear a screeching from my right. I look over, and it's basically the entire cast of Undertale minus Sans and Papyrus.
Awesome.
And I'm like, no, is this really happening? And then they come over and like, oh my gosh, you look so good. You look so good. Oh my gosh. And my nephews were freaked out by it. They're like, oh my gosh. What's going on? And it's just I'm like, oh gosh, this is going to be a great experience for them.
I was hoping it was either going to be that or you were going to tell me there was a girl there that was Toriel that's adopting both of them. I was like, I'm adopting you both.
Although my heavy interest in anime has made my social life quite difficult, Dark Souls level, when growing up, I don't regret it at all. Because after all, I've made lifelong friends through it, inspired me to draw and be creative, and frankly, there's just too many anime nowadays that there's something for everybody.
Oh,
right?
gee, no!
Jesus Christ.
Interspecies reviewers, for real? Come on, don't show that.
Well, it was canceled, so
This is an anime video. I need to do something cringy. Hold on. Papa, choo choo, choo choo, choo wah wah. Sorry. I'll see you later. Your Mark. Let's go. Bye.
Bye, Didas. Get out of here, you crazy weeb. So, honestly, for people wondering why I've been wearing the Luigi hat over the last couple days, again, it's just because I'm trying to get it worn in, because we're doing, okay, if you've seen the beginning of the video, you know that we're doing a Smash Brothers convention, or Smash Brothers tournament, and I'm going to go there, and I might try and do a Luigi cosplay thing, and I'm going to be an announcer and everything, and I'm just going to be like, oh no, what is he doing? He's going to get knocked off the edge. That edge guard is absolutely terrible. What is he doing? And of course, I'm just going to try and crack jokes. If I get to compete, I'm probably going to try and compete as well. And I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna knock you off the side of that like a fresh stromboli, just something silly. And then whenever I get beaten, I'm just gonna be like, you got lucky. I'm going to come back and I'm going to beat you like your mother beat you last week. I'm trying to just branch out and do different stuff. And I've wanted to do, like, host a gaming tournament professionally for a long time, and the dudes at the Gamers Lounge made that a possibility. So I figured, what the hell, you know?
Very cool. Very cool.
Not really. It's sort of, it's cringe. I know. I don't care.
Dirty, but, like, I mean, it's cool that you get to do something you wanted to do for a long time.
Well, again, I'm not trying to, like, make it anything too big. I'm just, again, I enjoy what I want. I enjoy, like, playing games, and I really want to host stuff. And
it's a game you really like, so.
Yeah. Also, call out to you, Charlie. Send your pro. Let's see if he's really as good as you say he is. Moist Critical, where he's got his like gaming team now.
He has a pro Smash.
He has a pro Smash player, and apparently he's really, really good.
Oh, damn.
And send him, Charlie. Send him. Like, Waimamo Shinderu.
That's probably what he'll say to you, to be honest.
No, I don't doubt it.
I don't think you're exactly...
Especially because I'm against me, because, dude, I
don't
suck.
think you're actually a pro Smash player as much as you like the game.
Well, no, I'm not a pro Smash player.
A Smo Prash.
Smo Prash player. Shut up. So, but my whole thing is I play for the memes. I play as Luigi, and I just try to... basically, my end game of every match that I'm going to be in is I'm going to try and Shoryuken at least every person I play against once. That's going to be my end game. I'm not going to try and win, because again, it's not about me. It's about them. And if I can just, like, add to the memes and basically just be like Captain Luigi here, trying to get all the, get a Shoryuken on everybody. He's the only one I haven't gotten yet. Let's see if I can do it. And then
he comes in and plays right and actually Shoryukens you back.
Yeah, if he comes in as Ryu and Shoryukens me, and I'm gone, I'm just like, well, saw that coming. But then again, you never know. Anyway, so that was Didas with how anime affected my social life. Pretty similar in some ways. Of course, everyone has different experiences when it comes to coming up. With
I gotta say, between me and Didas, I still think Didas wins.
In terms of being a weeb?
In terms of his social life.
Well, again, he's in a relationship.
Because however much anime affected your social life, you ended up with a hot Asian girlfriend. So you're the winner, sir. Congratulations. You did something I didn't do. Like, apparently, you did something correctly I did not. And congratulations. You are the man.
Nick idolizes you. Anyway, until next time, everybody. Signing off. Nate.
I'm Nick.
See you later. Peace.